There's another president here. Dick Hart? Is the president here?
President of the Abraham Lincoln Association.
President Hart, are you here?
Yeah, over here.
President Hart, thank you for putting these fine festivities together. Mr. President, it is an honor to have been with you tonight. I shall cherish it to my last days. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Members of the media, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Wonderful questions. Thank you. Thank you. You little rascal, you. Thank you, sir, very much.
Stay right here. Please be seated. Are we on? Please be seated. As I indicated at the outset, we'll give the audience a chance now to ask questions. You don't have to pretend you're a media person or a newspaper writer, whatever, just any question that's on your mind. But first I'd like to ask a question of the President myself, with your leave, and that is...
How can you wear that jacket, son? It is hotter than a boil up here.
It certainly is. But you've been working harder tonight than I have, Mr. President. Mr. President, back in November of 1863, at a little town in Pennsylvania, you dedicated a cemetery there. And there's been some confusion out here in Washington City about those remarks. And I was just curious, I think you just spoke about 2 minutes. And I wondered if you could repeat those remarks to kind of refresh our memory. Would you be willing to do that? And would you like for him to do that?
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois. If you have any comments or questions on our programming, please email us at illinoischannel@aol.com. Or if you have any questions about the Illinois Channel, please visit our website at www.illinoischannel.org.